Welcome in, everyone, to episode 268. Hang on, I didn't do the letters with...
I'm trying!
The letters, they're letters now,
yeah,
they're not
letters,
numbers.
numbers. Look, it's really hard. Caleb does this job so well, and unfortunately...
and we've replaced him.
To do multiple things at once.
Yep, it's another Battle Catz takeover episode. It's been a while since we did one. I don't remember why we did it the last time, to be honest. It was probably something similar where Caleb just got the recording time wrong. And, well, we're here again. So, as you may recall from last week when we shuffled the draft episode again, we're doing the draft episode next week after this week's sort of regular episode, but we're recording it back to back while everyone is still not Worlds bound. And so Caleb thought we were doing it in the other order, but nope. We're
Alas.
here now. But it's fine. We don't need him.
Nah.
We're chilling, and there's a little bit to talk about.
Yeah, he just wants to be out grinding Stardust for our bet. I'll be real honest. That's my suspicion. He's like, oh, I'm out on errands.
Yeah. He's just knowing that we're stuck here talking on a podcast for an hour and something.
You know, Caleb's on iPhone, right? He could be joining from the Zencaster app on his phone.
Can you?
Yeah, Caleb, show us your errands.
Take a selfie right now. Where are you? Can you use the Zencaster app and play Pokemon Go at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because like we've been recording, and I've like switched over to Go so I could like check, I don't know, whatever stats or something we were talking about in game. Like,
wait a minute, Tristan's grinding Stardust right now. Wait, Kaz, we're being left behind.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, if we lose Steve, now we know why.
Yeah,
that's
right.
the only reason.
Yeah, at least we played clean.
Only reason. That's the only possible.
You know, I'm grinding an entire 400 Stardust by catching one Pokemon from my couch.
What the heck? If I lose by 400, I'm gonna be livid.
You can have your phone open next to your computer. You could be grinding Stardust too.
All right. Yeah.
Shoot, I just gave Steve a secret strat he didn't know about.
Now I've got to open my game.
It's Jover for the rest of us. We just unlocked
Sorry,
more
guys.
Powerful Steve.
I'm about to triple my Stardust gains. Star pieces incoming. I guess we can talk about the events if we want.
Yeah,
we don't have to. We can leave it.
We just talk about our plans with the Stardust and how much we have and how much we should plan.
We don't need to do that. That's okay.
No, we do have some events, and the first one is actually the incoming World Championship.
Mostly we don't need to do that because we don't need to give Caleb any extra info.
Oh, right. Of course. That's the main reason. But yeah, the World Championship event is like
2 events.
Is there 2 different events? There's the XP event and there's the Worlds event sort of deal?
Yes.
Yeah, because
okay,
I think it's like they're trying to differentiate that like Pokemon XP and Pokemon Worlds are like technically separate events in person, even if they're like connected as well. But yeah, so there's 2 different events, like we said. And then there's just a bunch of little bits and bobs too. So like they're gonna do how they've done before. Like there's gonna be like the little avatar T-shirt that's like distributed globally via like a code on the live stream, it says. And then for those of us in person, there's like a different color of the same shirt that you can do via the scavenger hunt, which was like pretty like fun and not too hard the last year or two. So you have that as well. And then so it's basically like 2 different events. So the Pokemon XP event is starting Tuesday, August 25th at 10 a.m. local time till Friday, August 28th at 10 a.m. local time. And then the World Championships event is starting Friday, August 28th at 10 a.m. until Sunday, August 30th at 8 p.m. So it's technically 2 separate events that are literally just back to back.
Yeah.
And then we were getting 2 costume Pikachus. So it's the Pikachu in the Cosmog themed spacesuit, which is like the Pikachu for Pokemon XP. And then there's the World Championship Pikachu, which is the one with like the crown and the cape.
Listen, I'm gonna be very real with you. Pikachu in a spacesuit is the best. I will hear no arguments. This is my summary judgment.
She's not wrong.
Is it going to be a thing where like at the World Champion? Actually, no. We should probably just keep reading. I was going to ask a question.
Save your questions for the end.
Steve, but if you ask a question, you'll do your best Caleb impression.
This is true. I mean, what would really be my best Caleb impression would be asking a question that we've already gone over. So when does the event start again?
So as in previous years, the event is closely tied to the Go Battle League. So the maximum number of sets you can play per day is going to increase from 5 to 15 for a total of 75 battles per day. And Pokemon encountered via the Go Battle League rewards will have a wider variance of attack, defense, and HP.
That's actually really nice.
Here's hoping Cramorant is still in rewards because that would be very cool.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it probably will be, right? But just
I would assume
maybe not as boosted. Have you guys been doing your Have you guys been doing your snapshots though? That's like the one thing that like wasn't announced in the blog post for the event. That was like a nice little surprise.
Is it more than one per day? Because
no, it's one per day, but one per day over multiple days is still plural. But yeah, it's only one per day, but yeah, it's nice because it's like just random wild caught IVs, so you have a chance of getting better IVs. My one on Tuesday was like a rank 200 something, which is pretty nice.
I don't know about you, but the chance in my game seems to be very low of getting a decent spread because they've all been attack.
Well, I mean, there's also a chance that it goes over 1500 too.
I will win all cap ties, but lose everything else.
Maybe that's valuable. Maybe it's not. We really don't know yet. Well, there's some benefit. Like, okay, if you're the first one to fire, then maybe you can like hit them before they have a fish in their mouth, and then you can get a fish in their mouth, and they spit back at you, and then you instantly spit a fish back at them. Maybe there's.
And we spend the whole battle just.
That was a lot of fish.
Amazing.
Or Pikachu. It could be Pikachu.
All right. And yeah, so it's split into two different parts. So for the Pokemon XP part, in raids there will be the Cosmogged Pikachu as well as Impidimp in 1-star raids, and then during the Worlds portion of the event there will be the Cosmogged Pikachu, the World Championship Pikachu, and Honedge in raids. Okay.
In 1-star raids.
Yeah.
It's a little random to have Honedge in 1-star raids because obviously you don't want raid IVs. Like, I get it's sort of PvP focused, but
it's still nice to just be able to get Honedge.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to get those candies too, because it takes a lot of them.
You know, Steve, you just get it from raids, and then you do some trades at Worlds with other people there.
That's a rarity for me, but we'll see. Keep coming up to me and asking to do a lucky trade, and you will keep being disappointed. I apologize in advance.
You'll mostly be disappointed because he doesn't have anything to give you.
Yep. Like, oh, what do you have? I got this Cosmog Pikachu. That's
that I just
take it or leave it.
Fresh.
I hope you want it lucky.
Certified fresh.
Okay, we've got wild spawns as well. For XP, we've got Ralts, Nummel, Spheal, Drifloon, Elgium, Sobble, and Pawmi. And some trainers might have even
This
encountered
is such
Dino.
a weird mix of Pokemon. Like,
well, yeah. Actually, I was going to say what happened last year. I feel like the spawns were sort of pretty decent in the next season. But it's the Pokemon XP bit, not the Pokemon Worlds bit. And the Pokemon Worlds bit has much more PvP-looking Pokemon. So maybe they are just like random theming Pokemon. I haven't really looked into like the theming of Pokemon XP.
Right, maybe this is some of the Pokemon from like the art and the theming and stuff.
Yeah. The only thing that I've seen is there's an exclusive plushie of Kirlia, the evolution of Ralts, that has like a little hat and briefcase. I don't know about the other ones. But I mean, I would suspect that you guys are right. That it probably has more to do with just the branding, the aesthetic of the event, because it definitely seems a little more battle focused for like the spawns that we've been getting at regionals previously this year. Seems to be the trend for the World Championships event.
Yeah, which the World Championship ones are Alolan Sandshrew, Mankey, Lickitung, Totodile, Wooper, Fungus, Froakie, Litten, and if you're lucky, you might find Togetic and Beldum as well. And I mean, literally all of these across both events can be shiny, but that's increasingly becoming the case because there are so many shinies in this game. So they do look better. They are. Litten is a bit of the odd one out, I guess, in terms of one that doesn't really have.
Fungus. Like Fungus has play in limited metas, but I mean, in the open, it hasn't shown as much. But the other one seemed pretty standard.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe we'll find out something crazy in the meta update that we will presumably get during Worlds.
Presumably.
You never know. Like it is Worlds is a lot later this month compared to previous years, so maybe they're like, oh, we just want to put it out early anyway.
If we don't, I honestly, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, I would think it would be either at Worlds or like Steve said before, just because by the time Worlds is over, there's literally only like a week until the new season at that point.
Yeah.
Because Worlds is so late, it's pushing up against the new season. And like we've said before, the current season is a week longer than usual.
Yeah. And we don't exactly know what that update will include, but we are getting some featured attacks for the Pokemon that are going to be spawning.
Oh, a lot of featured attacks. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because it's like, it features Pokemon from both of the lists that we just read, from the World Championships event and the XP event, but there's also other ones included as well. So Sandslash, Alolan Sandslash will learn the fast attack Shadow Claw. Primeape will know the charge attack Rage Fist. Lickitung will know the charge attack Body Slam. Feraligatr will know the charge attack Hydro Cannon. Quagsire with Aqua Tail. Gardevoir with Synchronoids. Walrein with both Powder Snow as a fast attack and Icicle Spear as a charge attack. Metagross with Meteor Mash. Licky with Body Slam. Togekiss with Aura Sphere. Gallade with Synchronoids. Hydreigon with Brutal Swing. Greninja with Hydro Cannon, Decidueye with Frenzy Plant, Incineroar with Blast Burn, Inteleon with Hydro Cannon, Corviknight with Air Cutter, and Annihilate with Rage Fist.
And just to note, this says Pokemon caught or evolved will know these attacks. So like the Lickitung with Body Slam, if you catch a wild Lickitung, it'll know Body Slam. And then like with a Primeape, like if you happen to catch a wild Primeape somehow, it would know Rage Fist, but also if you evolved a Mankey into a Primeape, it would also know Rage Fist. So
we have been getting a lot more evolutions as spawns, I've noticed. So it's entirely possible that some of these will be spawning in the wild at the event as well.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
Or during the event, rather.
I think one of the coolest parts of the event, though, is that it says that World Championships Battlegrounds return in the Go Battle League.
Yes!
The little... it says... the Go Battle League will feature a different arena and background battle music between August 24th, 12 p.m. PDT, and August 30th, 11:59 PDT. I assume it's the same one as last year. I don't really remember if there was anything Anaheim specific. I don't think so.
Yeah, so it's...
No, they just had the logo that was on the screen.
Sometimes. Yeah, it's like the wording is a little weird because it says the championships battleground returns, but then it also says that the arena and background music are different. I assume different is compared to like the status quo and not different compared to last year, but it's not totally clear. But either way, it's pretty cool.
The dates are the entirety of the event. Like we've kind of been talking about, these are two separate events technically, but this covers both of them.
Right, because this also covers the period where you get the extra sets, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So, so I do think it'll be the same one for the week. I don't think it's going to switch halfway through.
Yeah, and I also just think it's extra cool that it's got that little the screen in the background that sometimes shows like the third person's perspective of the Pokemon battling that are
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Cool.
I did not
There's really-
realize that for the longest time, but it's super cool when I like caught it.
Yeah.
Well, when I
it
was trying to
really
recreate
enjoyable.
my Worlds battles from last season, and I wanted to do it in the Worlds background, so I had to do it on the Championship Sunday before it expired, which was a grind. It was like all I really wanted. I was like, I hope that I get those shots where it's doing the third person perspective, because it seems not super frequent. It would just do it every now and then.
Steve, what do you mean you had to do it on
Well-
Sunday? You had half of Friday and all of Saturday too.
Good point, actually. That's a great point. I think I did start on one night we went out for dinner, but
I think you started on Saturday, if I
yeah,
remember correctly.
I think I started on Saturday, so I tried. I mean, to be fair, on Friday I was just randomly taking notes of like what did happen, and I think I was sitting there on PvP
I
Poke and
saw
like,
the notebook.
I was back calculating like, okay, if he got to this move, that means I must have got this many fast moves. Therefore, we can blah 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 blah. Anyway, there's also a Go Pass Deluxe as per usual, which does seem to have an encounter with Zapdos in it. So I don't really know what Zapdos is about or why Zapdos is so special, but
I mean, I think it's like a more PvP relevant legendary than some of the others. Not that it's like super crazy relevant by any means, but like, because in the past they've done like Cresselia and stuff. And it does say Zapdos encountered via the pass will have a wider variance of attack, defense, and HP.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, they thought about giving everyone Beazle Boys Moltres, and then they were like, we can't be that nice, so have a Zapdos instead.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Zapdos might get a buff in the new season, and they want to give everyone a head start by giving them a Great League Zapdos.
But it's not
So they-
everyone. I think it's only if you get the premium.
It's the deluxe.
Is it?
Yeah, it's the deluxe only.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're so right.
So it's they're giving it to everyone who wants to pay.
Pay for your head start.
Okay, well, maybe
then-
let's hope that it isn't.
And then the pass also is coming with the backpack avatar item, which is kind of fun too, if that's your cup of tea.
The milestone bonuses do include double Stardust at tier 1.
So Kaz is saying she wants to do another dust bet.
No, that's not at all what I'm saying.
No, because this time I travel backwards and I lose heaps of hours.
Never mind, let's do a Stardust bet.
Wait, what do you
At least
mean?
they
This
can pay
event, you're gonna be in San Francisco the whole time this event is going
it
on.
ends on Sunday. Yeah, you're actually so right. Actually, well, no. I'll lose a little, but
We don't have to do.
I'm joking.
yeah, obviously not.
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently
Let's have-
the Go Pass, if you're at rank 20 on it, you get 2 additional free raid passes per. Wait, is it per day? It just says 2 additional free raid passes. I assume that's per day, but it's not worded very well. If that's the case,
Yeah.
either way.
I assume, but
I would hope so, but we won't know.
Because I don't know if they
until
have.
later.
That'd be so weird if it was just randomly just 2 free raid passes. Period. Like.
pick your big day that you want to use your extra 2. There's all right, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, by the time you get to rank 20, because I was thinking about this with the water event, because like if you don't pay for the +7 tiers straight away, which you can do in the Go Pass, you're sort of like max capped on points, so that you couldn't get to the half hatch distance for a few days in this current event, and so like you'll be stuck from getting that free raid pass bonus for a few days, presumably, of the event.
Right.
Your cap.
Yeah. Even if I think it's +6 ranks, but even if you do the +6, it still takes you a couple days to get there usually. Speaking of like Go Pass bonuses, I didn't realize that the monthly August one, if you had the, because I just saw someone posting about it online, I didn't realize apparently if you got the premium in August, every day, your like first spin of the day, you get like a incubator.
We did talk about this, and it was like if you're going to get it, you should really get it early, because otherwise you're just wasting time and wasting incubators.
Yeah, I feel like that's the case more and more, is that they put in like bonuses that are like daily bonuses, or like just a general bonus you unlock at rank 1 or rank 10 or something, that makes it like more worthwhile to like get it up front. Plus, the other thing is, if you get the premium, there's usually, there's like the daily task that gives you like extra points. The premium also comes with a daily task that gets you extra points. So like, it's also a little bit worth it from that standpoint, because like you get more points like every day, so you're leveling up faster too.
Yeah, I mean, look, do your own maths, make the decision that makes sense to you. You'll be able to see the rewards for the entire pass off rip. Obviously, we can't see them all now.
Yeah,
but when it comes, you can look at it all before you pay. So do that.
this is true. Also, one other Go Pass thing, the water event, just worth noting, I probably won't get it personally because I'm okay on this regard, but the premium pass for this current water festival has an encounter with Dondozo, as well as an encounter with Hisuian Samurott, which are both level 15 encounters, so guaranteed to be under 1500. So like, those are mons that you can trade for to get in Great League CPs, but if they're ones you're missing, maybe it's worth it for you to get it, maybe not. Again, I won't be getting it because I think I'm okay on those, but it's a consideration if those are Pokemon that you still need under 1500.
Fair enough. Last little bit of the World Championships event. There's the bonus timed research, choosing from branching lines of Lickitung, Totodile, and Paldean and Wooper.
These are all Twitch drops, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's Twitch drops.
Yeah.
So you have to watch for 30 minutes for that.
Yeah.
And then if you watch for 60 minutes, actually, did we talk about this before? You get Bills Boys team.
We briefly mentioned it, but like we didn't go in depth on it. And I just mentioned the Tinkaton, not like the overall Twitch drops.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah, so it's 60 minutes. It's Beelzebub's Tinkaton. It says the same one used in his team, with a special background, and you also get an Elite Charge DM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and now this is interesting. It says, tune in to official Pokemon Go co-streamers during the World Championships to earn timed research featuring an encounter with World Championships 2026 Pikachu for 45 minutes. I mean, we can skip to T-Topic vibes because I don't know who the Pokemon Go co-streamers are.
Yeah,
but before we do that, there's one last thing too, which is if you watch, there's a live stream for Pokemon XP as well. And there's like a variety of like panels and stuff that they're streaming, I think. And if you watch that for 30 minutes, you can get an encounter with the Cosmog Pikachu.
Fair enough. I'm interested to see what the Pokemon XP stream will be. Because they've got Anaprossa over on that one instead of the World Championship stream this time around. Because I think everyone was a little bit like, hey, she's not on the talent roster for Worlds. What the heck? And then she popped up like a day later in a different announcement. It's like, okay, fair enough. But I don't really know if they're just sort of going like, it's similar to the GoFest stream, and it's sort of, being around, seeing what's happening at the event, talking to people.
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked into it much. I just saw that there's at least like a couple like panels that are being streamed. Like I believe there's one. Actually, let me look this up and see if I can find it before I say, because I'm not remembering it correctly. But yeah, I think there's like I think it's more like they're streaming different, like some of the different like panels and stuff.
Yeah, gotcha. So I mean, there were some panels that they were doing in previous World Championships that I wanted to attend that I just didn't get to because Worlds is so busy and you've got so much going on. That I guess if it's on stream, you can sort of watch it back, which is kind of nice as well.
Yeah.
Especially if you're at events.
I mean, I think it's also for, people who aren't able to make it that might be interested. And also, like, depending how popular they are, maybe if there's, like, not enough seating, you can, like, still watch it if you're interested, sort of a deal.
Yeah, fair enough. Also, I forgot that we didn't timestamp when we started talking about events. So sorry, Caleb.
We'll remember for the next bit.
Yeah, maybe if we're lucky. But yeah, I guess we have two options of how to proceed. We can dip into T topic now, or we can hit up Go Fest.
I think we might as well do the T topic. I'm just trying to find this, the info on the XP stream. If you just give me a sec, but
I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
I know it's out there. I'm just trying to scroll through the Play Pokemon social media account and find where they posted about it.
Yeah, I think there's a part of me that was like, look, I'm going to be so locked into the World Championships that whatever's going on at Pokemon XP, I will probably find out about it later. Especially because, like, I do wonder if it's going to split the viewership at all, in the sense of, like, people that are sort of casually tune in to the Pokemon streams, that they're going to hop over to Pokemon XP, or if, like, I don't know if Rising Tide lifts all ships, or if it's just going to be cannibalizing each other, or what the go is, but I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't find it. Anyways, we can just jump into the T topic.
Okay, so Play Pokemon announced the official co-streamer lineup for Pokemon XP and Pokemon Worlds. There are 12 human beings on this particular graphic, and the general community sentiment is, who are these people? In the sense that they're not just sort of your traditional Pokemon creators. It's not like in years past, like I'm pretty sure, I don't think I'm speaking out of turn. Like I'm pretty sure Zoe was a co-streamer last year when she was home with the kid. Whereas this time they've gone for a cast of sort of traditional creators that are like very, very large, huge audiences, but not necessarily Pokemon specific.
Right. A lot of these I don't recognize, period. And the couple I do recognize are like variety streamers. Like the two I recognize are Disguised Toast, and then I think it's Fusely. I do know, in fairness, Fusely, she, like, I wouldn't call her like a Pokemon Go creator, but like she has been, or Pokemon creator, period. But like she has been getting more into Go. Like I know she competed at like 1 or 2 regionals this last season, and like has been trying to do some more Pokemon stuff.
She competed at like 5. She's actually completed a lot. I've been watching all of her stuff. It's cool. But yeah, so she has been getting into VG competitive quite heavily. And it's sort of been pointed out by people that are, I'll use the word defending some of these creators. Like a lot of them do involve themselves in Pokemon. It's not like they're a bunch of Pokemon noobs that don't know the franchise. They've never done anything. Like a handful of them have been playing in a few Pokemon tournaments that have just been like creator run over the last year or so. I think a few of them played in a invitational Nuzlocke tournament thingo. So like they're definitely around, and it's sort of just a like, look, from Big Pikachu's standpoint, you kind of get it, because if say I'm at home, right, and I'm co-streaming it, me PvP Steve, am I bringing anyone new into the Pokemon Worlds like purview, like into the Worlds experience? Not likely. Like there would be there a little bit, sure, but like not that much. Whereas if you get someone like Fusely that is co-streaming Worlds, and she has a massive audience, and she actually might be bringing people into the ecosystem even more, like there's sort of value in that from Big Pikachu.
For sure. I totally I can understand why they picked who they picked, to sort of, like you said, bring more people in, sort of cross-pollinate. I think for me personally, I would have liked to see a mix. Like I think all these people they picked are perfectly reasonable choices, and I understand why they were selected. It just would have been nice to see a handful of names that are more ingrained in the Pokemon community, like a couple like Pokemon TCG streamers, a couple Pokemon Go people, a couple VG people, a couple Unite people. Like I think if you added like I don't know, one or two like more Pokemon focused people per game in addition to the ones they have, I feel like that would have been a very good and reasonable mix in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, like it sort of brings back to the bit on the World Championship event where if you tune into official Pokemon Go co-streamers, you get the timed research. Who is going to be doing Pokemon Go? Like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone is going to be tuning into Pokemon Go. Like, maybe they'll be hopping around. Maybe that it actually means that any of the co-streamers, like even if you're tuning into Fuslie and she's watching Champions, like maybe you still get Go drops. I don't know. We don't really have those details, I guess.
But I think them doing this in general is smart and cool. But again, I just wish there was a few tailored people per game. I get it's a little tricky though because, like, theoretically, a lot of the maybe bigger creators for each game are potentially either competing or spectating or partnered creators at Worlds potentially. So that does sort of bring down the pool of people you might normally pick for something like that, but it still feels like there could have been some good choices that are out there that could have been added to this pool of people.
It also seems like there's another Spanish creator in the comments saying that they're also a co-streamer, but they're not on this post in particular. Kybron, I think.
Oh yeah.
Who does stream a lot of Go in Spanish. So I don't know what the full deal is, but apparently not everyone that will be co-streaming is listed here.
Interesting. I mean, I know like in the past, like I remember last year with the creator passes and stuff, that people that had a sort of longer or more, I guess, more trusted relationship with Big Pikachu, like got put on the website because it was like, look, they've been here before, they're probably fine. We're not going to be a problem, I guess. And so maybe it's like one of those scenarios where they're like putting 12 names forward in this graphic, but there are actually more.
True, but then it's like, how do you find those people? Because you need to know who's an official co-streamer to actually get these drops. I mean, the other possibility is that they tend to announce, for better or worse, it seems like they tend to announce casters, co-streamers, etc., like that do it in English in like a bigger post, and then some of the other languages sort of get announced separately. Like we had our big announcement for like the official broadcast with all like, you know, the English casters, but then I saw in the last couple days that it looks like for Worlds they're also streaming it in Spanish and in Portuguese, I think, and they have a separate set of casters, and those were sort of like a smaller like side announcement, like from like a more regional account, I want to say, if I remember correctly. So it's possible that this Kybron, because it looks like they maybe like from LATAM, that maybe there's an additional like sort of smaller announcement of some like maybe LATAM co-streamers that are coming out like separately with like a little bit less to do. I don't know. That's a total guess just based on like how like the casting for Worlds was announced, for example.
Yeah. I mean, you could be partially right because like in their post they've tagged at Pokemon ESP, which is Pokemon España, for stuff. So maybe it is worth pointing out that there are a few on this main graphic that are non-English speakers. 3 to be specific. Oh no, 4. Whoa, there's even more. And so like it's not like it's an all English announcement, but it is possible that like these 12 were reached out to by TPCI America build, and then, you know, the Spanish arm might have reached out elsewhere, you know. So like there are different little setups. Like even the creator stuff. I think Europe is generally under a different team than the North American one is. It's like, I mean, Oceania got absorbed by North America because, like, well, we've got to go somewhere. But Europe sort of had their own team. So there might be that sort of split, and there might be more co-streamers out there that we just don't know about. But regardless, seems to be making some noise. But I think in the grand scheme of things, the utilitarian argument is that this will bring more eyes onto the World Championships, so that's probably cool.
Yeah, same.
Soda Island, but that's
I did add a timestamp for this one.
Yeah, you're welcome, Caleb. And I guess it's time to add one more timestamp because we're going back to the events, baby. We're going back to GoFest. This is going to be, look, maybe Caleb does a lot in keeping us on order. Actually, no, that's not true. And I don't know if it was last week or the week before that he also did the jump straight to T-Topic when it was relevant.
Yeah.
So, oh well.
Look at me. I added another timestamp.
Let's freaking go. It's Mega Ascension time.
Yeah.
So this event is Monday, August 31st, 10 a.m. to Friday, September 4th at 11:59 p.m. local time, all in the lead up to the GoFest finale, which is that Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, so this is like our traditional like lead up event the week of, which has become like the norm for every big event at this point, it seems like.
Yeah. It does say straight up top. This is kind of interesting because the category is featured Pokemon. And the immediate thing that it puts is a special note to trainers. Daily discoveries, seasonal mega raids, seasonal 5-star raids, seasonal shadow raids, seasonal raid hours, seasonal spotlight hours will not take place during the Mega Ascension event and Pokemon Go Fest 2026 Mega Finale. So it's sort of like for this week, forget everything else.
Right. There's no spotlight hour. There's no any of that. Yeah.
You don't need any of that anymore. You only need more super mega raids.
So the one thing I will say, and we'll have to wait and see, is they had a similar disclaimer for like the week leading up to like the main Go Fest this year. And there were 2 exceptions to this. We did get our bonus sets on Thursday for Go Battle Thursday, even though that's a daily discovery. And I believe we did still get the Friday trade bonuses as well. Even though those are both technically classified as daily discoveries. Now, it's possible that's not the case this time because, again, they are technically daily discoveries. So if they're not there, that would totally make sense with this disclaimer. But those were the exception last time. So it's sort of just going to be a, like, keep an eye out to see whether or not we get those this time.
Fair enough. I guess we'll see.
They got to keep us on our toes somehow.
Yeah, get some interest in the game. Come on. But this is basically just a mega raiding event. So the following Mega Evolved Pokemon will appear in raids during the Mega Ascension event. On Monday, it'll be Mega Victreebel, Mega Dragonite, Mega Malamar. On Tuesday, it'll be Mega Phalanx. On Wednesday, it'll be Mega Skarmory. On Thursday, it'll be Mega Starmie, if you aren't Mega Starmied out from literally this weekend. And then Friday is going to be Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. And then it says Mega Latios and Latios may also appear in Mega Raids through the event. So they're just also bonus ones all week, I suppose.
And it is worth noting, though, they're listing these as Mega Raids and not Super Mega Raids. So that means they theoretically should be easier to beat because you don't need the 6 or 9 or however many people. But they also will theoretically give less mega energy.
Right.
So easier to do, less energy is sort of the trade-off there.
Yeah.
But I don't mind this. It's nothing crazy, so it's pretty skippable if you don't really care. But like for me personally, I didn't really have time to do Victreebel or Malamar during the Go Tour. So I still need energy for those to get those up to Mega 4. So having those around is nice, at least for me. And it's just a good little catch up if you missed any of the other like Mega Raid days or anything like that.
It's me. I missed the Raichus, so
I think I missed all of them. I don't think I played any of these.
Well, good news for you, Steve. We know what you're doing.
Yep, I'm going to be grinding Mega Raids all week.
And we do also have wild encounters of the, it looks like the pre-evolutions of all of these, as well as the incoming new mega evolutions of the starters, Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie.
Yeah, so like it's just sort of thematic. Like it's not, you don't need any of them for any real reason, but you know, they're out
But
there.
they can all be shiny, Steve.
They can all be shiny, so that is a big deal.
But it's also nice just being able to get, like, they're in the wild, so you can like get any IVs for the base form or the megas that you care about. It's like another way to
more candies.
True.
Always more candies. Some other event bonuses. Remote raid pass limit will be increased from to 30 from Monday, August 31st to Friday, September 4th. Timed research. There will be branch timed research to choose between Fennekin, Chespin, or Froakie, and receive the corresponding Go Pass Mega Finale path. And Pokemon caught from the Mega Raids during the Mega Ascension event may have a Mega Evolution themed background. Of course.
Yeah, so it sounds like whichever one you pick of Chespin, Fennekin, or Froakie, it's going to affect other things, because there's going to be like, of course, why not? There's going to be a Go Pass that's going to span Mega Ascension through the finale event, and whichever one of those starter/first partner Pokemon you pick will affect some of your like rewards in the Go Pass. Like, for example, the Go Pass is coming with like these t-shirts, Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja t-shirts, and you're only getting the one avatar item t-shirt based on like whichever of the starters you picked. And then it sounds like also whichever one you pick is going to give you other rewards connected to them. It says candy, enough mega energy to mega evolve your chosen partner Pokemon once. And then like if you get the premium, it's also going to come with like extra candy and I misspoke on that, but extra mega energy for the chosen partner. So like it's sort of pick one and you're getting rewards based on whichever you pick.
Okay, well now we've sort of officially gone into the mega finale part of it, I guess. So I guess we can talk about that because again, just because this is sort of the weekend after Worlds is the Go Fest finale, but obviously next week we're doing the draft episode, and then the week after that we'll be traveling back from Worlds. So figured we would just cover it now to sort of make sure everyone is aware of what is actually going on outside of that. But
yeah, so I did misspeak, but what it does say is if you get the Go Pass Deluxe, there's an increased chance to encounter certain shiny event Pokemon and Mega Raid bosses, as well as additional candy and Candy XL from Mega Raids, bonus XP from Mega Raids, and then, like I said, the additional Mega Energy for whichever partner you picked.
Yeah, fair enough. The page is actually backwards. It has the finale first and then the Mega Ascension after. Oh no, it's different tabs. Oh wait, there's heaps going on. Okay. This is an interesting web page.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the link took me further down to the
Ascension comes after the finale.
Oh gosh.
So
yeah, okay. So we might as well move into.
Yeah. Finale time. So September 5th and 6th, it is the weekend, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. local time. I guess both days is the likelihood of that. There's habitats and raid schedules and all. Mega Mewtwo X and Mega Mewtwo Y will be in Super Mega Raids.
If you're not Mewtwo'd out already.
I mean, look, I'm being so real. I need Mega Mewtwo X. I've just had opportunity after opportunity to get Mega Mewtwo Y energy, and I don't need it anymore. I need Mega Mewtwo X. Please.
I'm kind of the opposite. I actually wasn't really able to play for the day that they had Y, so I am desperately in need of some more Y energy.
But Kaz, don't you have a Hundo Mewtwo Y?
Not yet.
Yes, you do. It was the
It's
free
still-
one.
It's still in
Oh.
my research.
Wait, is there a time limit on that?
Yeah, but
September 6th.
Oh, okay. So you can maybe
Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
worry.
yeah. Wait, Steve, did you miss Kaz and I are both planning on catching ours at Worlds?
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. It was Caleb and Tristan that convinced me to do it during our last recording.
Just don't forget. Please don't forget.
Tristan, help me not forget.
Okay.
It's very important.
But yeah, so if you're not all Mewtwo'd out, because this will be days 4 and 5 of global rating for Mewtwo,
Yeah.
because we had the makeup day.
Yep.
There will be Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. I believe it's one on each day again. And then and it's saying Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y will appear at super mega raids at certain gyms. All other gyms, only mega raids will appear during event hours. And then there's raid bosses. So there's basically habitats that have like corresponding wild spawns as well as corresponding mega raid bosses. And then like during the lead up event, there's certain mega raids you can get this special background. And worth noting too is the only super mega raids during the event are denoted as Mewtwo X and Mewtwo Y. So all of the other mega raids they're listing as just regular mega raids, which again means they're easier to beat. You don't need as many people, but they're not going to give you quite as much energy. But it is nice because getting interest for some of these other mega Pokemon is going to be harder to get a big 10 or 12 person lobby. So being able to just beat it with a lot of these can be beaten with 2 or 3 or 4. So if there's specific ones you're hunting, it's nice that it's easier to do those. And so yeah, there's what did they say? There's 8 different total habitats. And there's some not like other spawns, but they're all sort of themed around the megas pretty much. So like it looks like Saturday is gonna have mega. It's the same thing where Saturday is the Mega Mewtwo X day and Sunday is the Mega Mewtwo Y day. So that means Steve, you got to play on Saturday, and Kaz, you got to play on Sunday at a minimum.
Got it.
No.
But like so on Saturday, and they're doing the hour blocks more similar like we've seen in past Go Fest. So like this Verdant Overgrowth one is on Saturday. It's 10 to 11 a.m. as well as 2 to 3 p.m. And it has like Mega Beedrill, Mega Victreebel, Mega Pinsir, Mega Abomasnow. And then corresponding wild spawns, there's like Weedle, Bellsprout, Pinsir, Snover, which are like the base forms of those megas. As well as there's like Scyther, Roselia, Venipede, Chespin. Oh, and then Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie are spawning like the whole weekend. And then there's also Skidoo in that hour as well. So sort of, again, I think that all the like the mega base forms are sort of the highlight here. I guess Skidoo is also could be interesting. The next one is Mega Alakazam, Slowbro, Starmie, and Medicham. And then again, you have all the base forms of those. And then the other spawns, nothing too crazy. There's like Esper, Binacle, and Clauncher as well, I guess. And then our next one, I think they're basically bringing back all the megas at one point or another. Because we have this Eerie Alley, has Mega Gengar, Mega Houndoom, Mega Banette, and Mega Malamar. And again, nothing too crazy from the other spawns. I guess there's Pumpkaboo, which has some PvP relevance here and there. It's probably the main.
Specifically says it's the medium variety.
Good.
Specific.
True. Which is like a little less useful. Usually you want, I think the large is often best. And then super is usually second best a lot of the time. So the medium is a little less useful actually. And then the last one for Saturday is the Circuit Plaza, which has Mega Raichu X, Ampharos, and Manectric. And there's a bunch of electric spawns. Nothing too crazy there. I guess Unova Stunfisk is probably the best spawn of the lot here. So that is Saturday. And then Sunday, there's an hour with Steelix, Skarmory, Aggron, and Glalie as the megas with all of their base forms. As well as like Beldum is spawning here as well. Amora is another interesting one potentially. And then there's an hour Sharpedo, Camerupt, Lopunny, and Phalanx. There are wild Pancham spawns here. Oh, and this one is actually cool. Wild Sandile. Is this like the first time we've had wild Sandile?
Not.
No.
You could definitely get it before, but I feel like it was on the rare side.
I think
Was it like an incense spawn?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was an incense only spawn for one of the Go Fests.
Yeah, because getting like a Great League is Crocodile, right?
Yeah.
It has been a little tricky to get one under 1500. It's obviously a little bit worse now that Mudslap's been nerfed, but like there's been a few limited metas where like the typing is just very interesting. So that's one worth getting just to have, because again, it's been a little tricky to get one under 1500 so far. As well as wild Pancham spawns. Because getting sub 1500 Pangoro, there's been a few opportunities, but it's been on the little bit of a harder side too. So those are actually pretty interesting spawns in that hour, which is the Battle District. So that's Sunday from 11 a.m. to noon, as well as Sunday 3 to 4 p.m. Skyline Roosts is Mega Gyarados, Aerodactyl, Dragonite, and Altaria. Nothing too crazy from the spawns here. And then the last one is another interesting one, actually. Raichu Y, Mega Sableye, Mega Mawile, Mega Audino. And then all those base forms, which is actually really nice for Dust because you have Sableye and Audino in the same hour. And then there's
a little bit late for our Stardust bet, but, you know.
And then
I'll still take it.
So those will be good hours to Star Piece, 1 to 2 p.m. and 5 to 6 p.m. on Sunday. And then there's also like Clefairy, Furfrou. I still need a shiny. I don't have a single shiny Furfrou. There's also like Spritzy, which is like a little interesting since it got like Fairy Winds, Carbink here as well, I guess. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys noticed from any of these hours worth calling out that I missed?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
See, it's hard to say missed because you almost said every Pokemon because there's not that many.
Yeah. Fair enough.
The interesting thing to me is that we won't actually have Mega Raids or Super Mega Raids for the newest Mega Pokemon available, the Chestnut, the
Greninja and Delphox. Yeah.
Greninja and Delphox. They're not actually going to be in raids, so pretty much you're going to be able to get energy for the one that you choose on your path, but the other ones are going to have to come later.
Stay tuned for Mega Chestnut, Mega Delphox, and Mega Greninja raid days. Coming soon to a Pokemon Go app near you.
Probably. And again, I think I mentioned this before, but this is also going, both this lead up event and the finale are happening during the week where we have Mega Great League, Mega Ultra League, and Mega Master League in GBL. So there's a nice little tie-in here. Like, again, Master League is probably the main spot where the Megas are going to really do anything at all, but like Mega Sableye is probably the one relevant Great League Mega. So if you like, it could be worth like going for, like, if you don't have one, you can get Mega Energy as well as like catch Sableye to try to get like good IVs for like a Mega Great League Sableye if you're wanting to try running that in GBL that week.
I'm just kind of I'm remembering an earlier conversation where like someone said something to the effect of, I hope the mega finale isn't just like even more mega rating that we sort of already were doing. And at the time it was like, oh no, there's going to be like new mega Pokemon in like, you know, we're getting mega Mega Chestnut, Mega
We
Greninja. And
we
it's
had
actually
we
just
had a conversation.
we're getting one
right?
of them.
We had a conversation because we didn't. I mean, we basically knew it was going to be mega themed, but we didn't know what that meant really. So we had a conversation speculating of like, oh, what new megas will be available? Probably the starters. We all guessed, but I mean, the fact that we're really only going to get energy for one of them during this event is a nasty surprise. And yeah, other than those, there's nothing new here. Like I think there was a lot of hype and speculation and hopefulness online that we might get kind of a special mega like Zygarde or the Floette.
What do you mean, Kaz? Mega Greninja is a special mega.
Well, then you can pick your one
More
Mega
special
Greninja.
Yeah, I mean, have fun with yours.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. I was just
Kind of wild, but oh well.
So yeah,
I
I mean, it could be that they do have some sort of surprise element at the end. We've seen them do things like that before, but
yeah, that is the one thing we don't
I gotta
know.
have hope. I gotta have hope sometimes.
Right, that's the one thing we never know is a lot of times with these like Go Fest style events, for whatever reason, they decide that they like for there to be unannounced elements.
Yeah. Something that happens like right after the event hour.
Or even during, right? Like Global Go Fest, like we got all those evolutions for like different legacy moves that we didn't even know was coming. So like they seem to like to put in like little unannounced like bonuses and surprises, I guess, which like I guess surprises can be fun, but the problem is like not everyone's like in tuned and sometimes people just like miss out what it is if it's something smaller like being able to evolve for a specific legacy move.
Yeah.
So like we don't really know, but like there's a chance this is just it. Like we'll have to sort of wait and see, but like maybe there's some other surprise. But we don't really know.
Yeah, let's not put hopes too high that there's something else in this event that they haven't talked about.
But Steve, in the logo for the event, it looks like the Zygarde cannon.
I mean,
wait, does it? I missed that.
Let me put on my tinfoil hat.
I mean, I don't know, man.
We can spend a lot more time speculating, or we can just say, plan for what they've told us.
See what happens.
And see what happens.
Okay. Well, in that case, we can move on from the events and talk about GBL. And it's not really talking about GBL. It's just talking about one guy.
One bird. Kaz endorsed.
Which, I mean, not only Kaz endorsed, I've seen videos of Kaz
endorsed.
Oh, of course it's Kaz endorsed. But I've had to watch Kaz getting like wailed on by a Cramorant again and again and again and again and again.
Well, maybe if she stopped throwing Focus Blast at a water flying type, it would go a little better for her. She just used Zap Cannon.
Listen, I did as I was instructed for the content.
Caleb was just trying to rack up his win badges.
Right.
But they are good videos. I mean, it's very educational in terms of like...
it's helpful for me to do, right? Because then I see it in action and see how it works.
Yeah, so...
And can have my own questions answered.
True. Yeah, so we do have Cramorant as announced. It does have a form change. We did in fact get a new move added to the game, Dive. Which is like stat wise is not the best. I believe it's like 50 damage, 40 energy. So like not really great damage output, but the thing is that the way for Cramorant to activate its form change is by using the charge attack either Surf or Dive. And the thing is that Dive is 5 energy less. So Cramorant's getting there faster, so it's able to form change faster. It's also Cramorant's cheapest move because it also has Surf and Fly, which are at 45 energy. And because Cramorant has Peck, Dive is giving it that straight 10-turn pacing, whereas Surf and Fly are going to be a little bit slower.
I think I did see a YouTube short that Axon was still running Surf over Dive.
I mean, there's definitely merit to that as well, because Surf is just like significantly better damage-wise. I think both are going to have merit. It's going to be a little bit like playstyle dependent. And the thing is, because Cramorant has such like interesting like like gameplay decisions for both players, like if people sort of learn how to play against Dive Cramorant, Surf Cramorant's going to play a little bit differently and could throw them off, and vice versa. But yeah, so Dive is 50 damage, 40 energy, versus Surf is 75 damage, 45 energy. So Surf is like 50% more damage, right? You're doing 25 more damage for only 5 more energy. Like, I can see why Axon might have been running that. It's just significantly better damage output, but again, it's slowing down your pacing, so you're not getting to your form changes quickly, and you're just not as fast in general, which, like, Cramorant is not the bulkiest Pokemon by any means. It's let's see, what is it? I want to say, yeah, it's pretty similar in stats to Venusaur, actually. So it's not like crazy squishy, but it's not like particularly bulky either.
Let's compare it to like another water flying type. Like, let's compare it to, I mean, obviously Mantine is still like the
It's similar to Pelipper as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I feel like it's very, very similar. Oh yeah, they have almost exactly the same stats. Pelipper is just a little more, has just a little bit more attack and defense.
And Cramorant's more HP.
But,
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like pretty close in stat products. So
very, very, very similar.
But yeah, so yeah, there's
but you know what Pelipper doesn't do? Eat a whole Pikachu.
This is true. Yeah, so Cramorant's like thing is like very interesting, because when you use Surf or Dive, if you're in the base form, you'll switch into one of the other forms. It's what, Gulping and Gorging? Is that the correct names, I think?
Yeah, that's
and
right.
It depends on how much HP it has when it uses Surf or Dive. So if it's
basically,
go on,
if
Kaz.
you're above, well, I was gonna say if you're above the 50% mark, like if you're in the green, then you'll swap to the Gulping form with the I believe it's Aracuda in your mouth. So you will swap forms when you use your charged attack of Surfer.
And this is important. Only Surf and Dive. So also knows Fly. If you throw Fly, it doesn't do a form change. You're just throwing Fly.
Yeah. And then when you get hit with a charged attack, then it spits out in the Gulping form, it spits out the Aracuda, and it drops the opponent's defense, right? So this is above the yellow mark, above 50% HP. You will spit out and lower your opponent's defense. If you are below 50% HP, so once you're past the yellow, like I think it's at all, like it's not like you have to be even lower than that. Once you're in the yellow, when you throw Surf or Dive, you will switch to the Gorging form with the Pikachu in the middle. And then, again, only when you use Surf or Dive. And then when you get hit with a charged attack, you throw out the Pikachu, and it lowers your opponent's attack.
Yes.
So if you have more HP, you have the opportunity to lower your opponent's defense. If you have less HP, then you are going to have the opportunity to lower your opponent's attack.
But again, hit by an attack is only if you are taking damage. If you shield it, it doesn't activate this form change ability. And the thing too is, if you are hit by it, it spits out the Pikachu or the Arrokuda, and then it reverts back to the base form. And
Yes.
but the thing is,
Once it spits it out,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
And this like spitting out attack thing, it's also doing some amount of damage as well, which people have like been like testing out. It seems like it is a set percentage of damage.
Yeah.
It seems like
That is accurate.
it seems like it's a percent of the Pokemon's max HP is what I saw.
Let's rip Caleb's content right now. Basically, Caleb's math is that it's about 18% of the max HP. And it doesn't matter the Cramorant CP. It can be a 300 CP Cramorant or a 1500 CP Cramorant. It'll still do that amount of damage. It doesn't matter if the opponent is a 10 CP Magikarp. It will do about 18%. Hi, Kaz.
10 CP to 10 CP Wattrel is what I was using in the video. And like that is a super effective typing against Cramorant, and it resists some of like the flying type moves, but like still it does this.
Yeah, so
it
also seems like this damage does not have a type.
Yeah.
So it can't be super effective, it can't be resisted. It's just neutral raw damage. So that's also like interesting to note.
Yeah. I mean, the other, again, just you still watch Kayla's videos because you can sort of see it in action, and that's sort of helpful, I think. But the other bit that he put out in the last video is that it also doesn't count as a charge attack, so it doesn't trigger Mimikyu. It doesn't trigger Mimikyu's form change, disguise dropping. It just sort of puts the damage in, and which he did. I don't think he's actually tested, but Cramorant versus Cramorant, I'm assuming that means that the fish also does not count as activating the opponent's fish.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's not actually a charge attack. Like you're not swiping bubbles or anything, right? Like it's just a mechanic that does some damage.
and that's why it has to be that fixed percent, because otherwise you'd have to.
The fixed percent is actually funny because like if you were trying to like meme around with like in like Master League with like a third shield Pokemon, you could use a Cramorant and it would still do the fixed percentage to like a Lugia or something, even if it's like a tiny little Cramorant, assuming you can like activate it. But
after Caleb listens to this episode, that's what he's gonna ask me for. Kaz, are you free for a second?
I've actually one question I have that I don't think Caleb answered in his videos, I guess. If you have Cramorant and you have an Arrokuda in your mouth, and then you go below half health and you dive again, do you replace it with a Pikachu in your mouth, or do you keep the Arrokuda?
I don't think so. I think if you're, I believe once you're in one of the forms, you're in that form until you spit out the thing. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Kaz, have you got a second?
Yeah, because it's triggered by getting hit by another charged attack. So, oh man, the timing is so tight.
Okay, Kaz, boot up the game right now.
All right, you guys do this experiment. I'll mention a few other like edge cases too that like people have messed around with. So another thing worth noting is if the charge attack that hits Cramorant like knocks it out, it still activates this ability thing. So even if you KO it, you're still gonna get debuffed and take that fixed percentage of damage. And then if you switch Cramorant out, that will revert the form change, and when it comes back in, it'll just come back in the base form.
There's also I feel like I heard someone say that the attack drop is actually 2 stages.
Oh, interesting.
But the defense drop is only 1, but maybe more testing. Again, I feel like I heard Axman say that.
I thought it was 1 stage for both.
I could be hearing him wrong. He could have said it wrong. I don't know. Harder to check, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, Kaz. In this experiment, I guess just do nothing. Let me get to a surf or dive,
Okay.
and then take me down to below half health, and then I'll surf and dive again, I guess. Okay. So I'll get my little Arrokuda, and then we'll see how it goes.
Shield this one so that I have enough.
Yep. Okay. Now get me below half health. Although that might take a while.
Oh my god, this is on water gun, not Peck.
No, it'll fine. We're learning in real time, and
yeah,
this is also great radio. Okay, I'm below half health.
Yeah.
So
I'm throwing dive.
Oh wait,
Steve, you have to shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shield. Okay. Now I'm gonna click surf again, and we'll see if I lose my Arrokuda and it becomes a Pikachu instead, or if I keep my Arrokuda. Okay, I'm diving. I'm back, and it's still an Arrokuda.
Still an Arrokuda.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I'm holding on to that sucker.
Right. So that makes sense. So once you change, you have to spit out the Pokemon before you can form change again.
Yeah. Oh, and this other bit that Kayla mentioned in his video as well is if you KO with the spit, it's a simultaneous KO, and it will, just tie the game. If they KO your Cramorant with the final Pokemon at less than 15% health, that's just a tie, man. Which is interesting tech. Something to keep in mind, I suppose. But, well, haven't we learned today?
Well, we learned that even if you get hit with an attack, like while you're in one form, it won't automatically change the next one. Yep. Even if you're like right on the HP like divide. Interesting. I gotta say, the animation of Pikachu being in the mouth is particularly horrifying. But also, let me get on my bird soapbox for a second. Real cormorants, they only eat fish. Like, why is this gonna eat a Pikachu? Like, what possible motivation would you have to go?
Well, you know what, Kaz? Real birds don't have real Pikachus to eat.
Pikachus are based on mice, right? Like rats. So I mean maybe, real rats exist.
Maybe Pikachu's delicious.
Pikachu's extra delicious. It's true.
You haven't considered this.
Can't know. Don't know what we don't know.
Or Cramorant is also like really smart, and it's like to make sure I stay away from predators, I have to be ready to drop their attack by potentially 2 stages. So it's like a self-defense Pikachu.
Right? Yeah.
True.
This is my emotional support Pikachu.
And then another thing worth noting is if the Cramorant has the Pikachu or the Arrokuda in its mouth, if you just like fast move it down, like you farm it down, then you never threw a charge. They never took damage from a charge move, and their form change just doesn't activate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's actually like, I guess we'll have to see like how good and meta relevant Cramorant like ends up being. But like, if it's good enough to see play, I think it's actually going to be a very interesting Pokemon. Because we've been talking forever about how like Pokemon Go is like very simplistic and like there's not a lot of decision points in a game. But Cramorant itself, with the way the mechanics work, makes like very interesting decision making for both players actually.
Yeah.
Because like
it's actually wild that they made it as intense as they did.
Yeah, I'm happily shocked.
Yeah, I'm like actually like I was thinking about it and like talking about it with a friend, and like I'm very excited to see how it pans out because it's just like so interesting some of the gameplay decisions that could come out. Like as the Cramorant person, it's like, again, what are you expecting the opponent to do? Because like there's also a factor of like if you expect them to no shield because they think you're just going to dive immediately, maybe you just sneak a fly through right away. But then also, as the Cramorant person, it's like there's actually some incentive to no shielding charge moves so that you actually activate your form right
Mm-hmm.
once you've done a surf or a dive. Because it's like if you shield a move and then to preserve health, but then they fast move you down, you just wasted your form change ability, assuming like you had already transformed, right? Um,
Yeah.
and then as the opposing player, it's like when do you want to throw a charge move at this? Because if they no shield, it will activate. So it's like when do you want to take that damage and take that debuff? Right? Like does it make
Mm-hmm.
sense to wait until you're on 1 HP to throw? Because then that 15% isn't actually 15%, it's just one damage. And the debuff isn't really debuffing you because you're KO'd now. Right? So like if you're going against a Cramorant, like does it make sense to wait to throw as long as possible? But then what sort of things does that open you up to? Um and then something a friend pointed out too is they were saying we might see someone deliberately throw a less effective fly to avoid the form change in certain cases because you don't want because of like late game like low HP farm down situations, right? If you're debuffing their
Mm-hmm.
attack, that means they can get more farm actually.
Hmm.
Or maybe you don't want to deal that 15% damage because if that 15% damage knocks them out or does a decent chunk of damage, you get less reverse farm on them after. Right? So there's interesting decision making in that regard as well. Um there's also like it'll be hard to pull off, but if you're able to pull off a CMP sack swap with a Cramorant where you win CMP, you throw a surfer a dive, then you no shield the move, and then they get hit by your form change immediately. Like that's even a bigger swing than usual.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
wild.
it's so wild. Like if this thing actually becomes meta relevant, it is going to add layers that I don't think anyone anticipated coming to the game this quickly.
It's also interesting too because it's like a set percentage. It can be more effective against certain Pokemon, like against like an Eggy Slash that's like in shield form and is like really hard to do much damage to. Like a 15% just raw damage off of the Eggy Slash is like actually a decent chunk of damage,
Okay,
right?
except if you're getting hit by a charge move from an Aegislash, you're gone. Like there's
Yeah.
you're not sticking
I
around.
mean, true, but again, if you're like almost
Yeah,
gone
yeah,
anyways, right? Like there's so many interesting decision points like both ways. Um,
yeah.
or as the Cramorant player too, say you're at like 55% HP. Do like you have to decide, do I want to throw and you have the energy. Do I want to throw the surfer dive immediately and be in the the like
Aracuda
Aracuda
form.
form? Or do I want to wait, let them do more fast move damage to get to the Pikachu form, right? You have to think like, is the attack drop or the defense drop more valuable to me at this point in the
Mm-hmm.
game? Like it's so fascinating to me like how much more complexity this one Pokemon, assuming it's like viable enough to like see play, can add to the game. It's gonna add like it's just gonna make things so much more dynamic. And again, unfortunately, it's only one Pokemon, but I feel like it is a very high skill Pokemon to play both with and against, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how high level players like play with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Should be cool.
Yeah.
Um,
It could be really, really fun. I actually do hope that it becomes meta relevant. I mean, right now in GBL we have the Scroll Cup, so I have actually run into people that have powered up their Cramorants and are playing with them and experimenting with them. So I mean, it's already getting to a point where people are familiarizing themselves with it. So
Yeah, for sure. And again, it's also going to be interesting the trade-offs between like surf and dive and like which move different people opt to use and how that plays a little bit differently with one being quicker versus the other doing more damage. And I think there's merit to both of those as well. Like again, I agree. I really hope that this does end up seeing play because it's just such a cool Pokemon in terms of the way it's going to play out.
And how it looks, right, Kaz?
Oh yeah, it looks so cool. Horrifying, but also cool.
Most important part.
Are there any other mechanics that we forgot to mention that we know of yet? I mean, that's the other thing is there's other potential mechanics and like weird education niche interactions that like people probably haven't thought of or tested yet, but like is there anything else we forgot to mention on this Pokemon that we know so far?
Nothing coming to mind.
No, I think we've covered all that we know, right?
Yeah.
But there's always going to be more questions. And while we were, doing the recording for his video, I was talking to Caleb about it, and the process of actually being able to discover something like this, because we talk a lot on this podcast about transparency and how we'd like to know a little bit more detail sometimes from a meta development standpoint and from a game development standpoint. But I do think that this is nice, being able to make these discoveries ourselves. Frustrating sometimes, surely, but also fun.
I mean, like, I think when it's more frustrating is when it's like an event feature that like not everyone is going to discover, because the people in like, New Zealand, Australia will have to figure out that they've been playing suboptimally. And then by the time that like, the Europeans and the Americans get to play, they already know what the deal is.
Right.
So like in those scenarios it's different. Whereas this is like, are you necessarily like disadvantaged by not understanding Cramorant off rip? Like, technically.
Well, Steve, on that regard too, like the fact that no one seemed to realize that all the pincer caught during Global Go Fest new legacy submission. Like, I guess we'll have to see if submission is getting buffed soon or not, because that's what my one friend's theory was, is like, oh, they're doing it because they're buffing submission in September, so I guess keep your eyes peeled. But like, it's just such like a little thing that like no one noticed, and like I think a lot of us just like transferred all our pincers, so I guess we'll have to see if but like again, no one knew. I luckily kept exactly one, but like it's such an unexpected thing that no one would even think to check for,
Yeah. But anyway, we'd better keep moving because we're actually running out of time a little bit. So Tristan, do you want to talk about Battle Frontier Worlds?
Yeah, just real quick update. So when we talked last, we were down to the final 8. And so we have our scores in our final 4 real quick. So Legends United Origins won 11-10 over Nexus Fusion Claws. Sharks and Recreation won 13-8 over Snover Tappers. The Cool Cats squeaked out an 11-10 over Phantom Claws. That went down to the wire. And then Gotchame's Salad with a big 16-5 result over Chicago Stars. So we are down to the final 4 now, which is Legends United Origins versus Sharks and Recreation, and then Cool Cats versus Gotchame's Salad. So we have 3 NA teams in the final 4, as well as 1 APAC team.
Let's go.
That was for the NA teams, right, Steve?
Yeah, it was for the Cool Cats.
There we go.
Of course.
Naturally.
Guess, won't have an update on the top 2 next week because it's the draft episode, but I guess the week after that it will still be up to that same round. So
yeah, exactly, because because the final round is 2 weeks, so it'll be the week of Worlds and the week of GoFest finale, the lead up event, all that stuff. So yeah.
Cool. I guess let's blitz into the few YouTube comments there are. It was Loco Duck VR commented that The Rock acted in the movie Scorpion King and Drapen looks like a scorpion, which did get pointed out
by Staffordshire as well. So shout out both Stafford and what was their name again? I already spaced.
Loco Duck.
Loco Duck,
So,
for catching that very obscure reference.
it's not obscure. It's I was going to say it's a good movie. That's a lie.
No. But I feel like we definitely were almost there during the recording because we were talking about Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Right, we just couldn't figure out how to connect those dots. But as soon as
figure out the exact role.
As soon as Stafford mentioned it, Kaylee was like, "Oh yeah, that's totally what it was." So we know for sure that was it. What other comments have we got?
Infamous Mash says the Spiritomb collector was BioPXMP, a good friend of mine. He's a legend. There you go. And also, I also like my podcast where the hosts have differing opinions. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't remember.
I don't either. Like, were we just agreeing with each other on everything, or were we arguing on everything? I don't remember. Because I can't tell if that was a serious or sarcastic comment, so I have no idea the context.
Nash, tell us why.
Yeah, what did we do or not do? Because I don't remember. I mean, I only joined the episode halfway through. I watched the first half, but I don't remember anything that stood out to me. And then the last comment from Trip Toundo, let's analyze Spatial Rend Stardust efficiency.
Good. We're doing this while Caleb's not here, so we have the secret intel.
That's right. He won't look. It costs 5,000 Stardust for 10 minutes. Let's say the most standard Stardust boosted event is Community at 3 times. Generally, everyone uses a Star Piece 2, increasing it to 4.5 times Dust, or in that case, 450 per catch. 11 times 450 equals 4,950, meaning 12 and up would be profit. Conclusion, if you catch 12 or more Pokemon extra per 10 minutes because of the increased radius, it's profitable to use Spatial Rend based on Stardust. Obviously, Candy is an extra thing. Events with a higher dust boost, example, Daily Bird Spotlight Hour, 2 times dust, 500 base catch dust, are very profitable. Thanks for listening to Professor Tristan. When does the other one unretire? Actually, good point. So it's actually not, you don't need that many for it to be dust profitable, I guess.
Yes, but you do, like, where I'm playing, I don't think I have a spawn density that's going to make it worth it. Like, in this particular example, let's say I'm only doing it for 10 minutes at my house. I don't get 10 extra spawns from Spatial Rend. I get maybe 2 or 3. Yeah. And that's not really going to be profitable for what I'm spending.
Right. Yeah. Well, and then it's probably if you're moving around, walking or driving. But then you have to consider, like, is the Spatial Rend just getting me a spawn that I was going to get to anyways? Right? It has to be 12. It has to be 12 extra. Also, like, for example, like, sometimes I'll just, like, drive around and run my auto catcher, and it's like there's certain spots where it's already so dense that the auto catcher can't keep up with everything anyways. So it's like, is the extra radius actually helping me? Because if I can't catch anything without everything already without the radius, like, is that actually getting me 12 extra as well? So it's a little more nuanced than that, I guess, but the general math, that's definitely very helpful. So thank you, Trip Tondo, for that. It does make it a little easier to make some of those decisions on whether it's worth it or not when you can sort of break it down more straightforward like that.
Yeah. Like, if I have the opportunity to go sit at a mall where the spawn density is increased and I can capitalize on that while staying in place, that is probably the prime scenario for the use of this. I don't think it's as profitable while you're moving. Because as you pointed out, Tristan, like, you'll just get those while you're walking around.
It depends. It's like, well, like if you're just going, say, in a straight line, you'll get the extra ones ahead of you, but the radius would get you ones farther out to your left and right that you might not be able to reach otherwise if you were, again, say, walking in a straight line. So it's there's a lot of it depends for sure going both ways.
Yeah, but I'm at least convinced that, like, for, like, dust boosted events, chances are it's probably worth it. Although I'm going to become candy limited before I become Stardust limited.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many Palkia candies does Steve
have? Sorry, Steve
Not
can't
enough.
be reached for comment. But that sort of brings us to the end of this episode, which just in time because we've got to go.
We will be recording next week's episode, our draft. So look forward to that, and then you won't hear a more standard episode from us until after Worlds.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. Obviously, merch links and all are in the description down below. Subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. And I was going to say good luck for Worlds, but I guess we can say that in the end of next episode. But good luck for Mega Starmie.
And getting that Stardust.
You guys can cool it. Like, you can probably tell.
Joke's on you. I'm going to go even harder now, Steve.
Don't.
It's honestly, I mean, as we discussed during the routes bet, I'm in a position where I am out a lot, but it's actually exhausting to have to play this game while being outside.
Kaz,
dogs right now.
I need to teach you about this incredible feature called an auto catcher.
Oh yeah, okay, you find me one, Tristan. You find me one and that is available for less than hundreds of dollars.
You know what?
Okay?
I will find you one after the event is over.
That's a pretty good deal.
You know what? You can have an auto catcher while you're wearing that slowpoke onesie.
It'll really
I didn't say I'm not playing. I just said it's exhausting.
Plus, I really like that onesie. That sort of brings us to the end. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time, I guess. But bye.